Okay, I'm going to show you how to make these pencil skirts. Well, they're not really pencil skirts, they're just really tight-fitting skirts. Here's Kyla. This is a variation on that same skirt as this one here. This is the pink with the black ruffle, and I've been trying a different variation on this one. This one is the same skirt. Instead of putting a ruffle all the way around, I did a few gathers here, a few gathers there, and I didn't realize this fabric was so ravelly. So now I'm going to have to lose a lot of the length turning this hem up. So that's one thing you should look out for. You might want to make a little bit longer ruffle in case you use a real thin sheer fabric like I did, and it ravels a lot. But anyway, this is the, I don't have them done yet. Not this one anyway. This is the one of the versions, and because it was such a ravelly fabric, I ended up doing some overlock stitching on here to keep the fabric from raveling even more than what it was. But it's up to you. Once you get this basic skirt pattern done, you can add any kind of bottom. You can do a ruffle, you can leave it plain, make it longer. You can even bring it down to make a pencil skirt and bring it down to like an old-fashioned 1950s pencil skirt. It's up to you, but I'm going to show you how to make this skirt simply. How to do it, and it's a very simple skirt. There's no side seams. It's just one strip of fabric that goes all the way around the doll, and then I just turn the seams under here and here and give it an overlap, and you can either put a button here, you can do a snap, you can put a piece of Velcro. It's whatever you want to do. But it's just getting that overlap so that it'll lay flat on the doll is what I'm going to show you. Anybody can make a skirt like this. It's just trying to figure out how to do that overlap is what you might have trouble with. Okay, so first things first, you're going to determine how you're going to make a pattern. So the easiest way I did it was I folded my piece of paper in half. How did I do this? Well, number one, I did not use copy paper. I used regular freezer paper. Okay, so get your freezer paper out and cut yourself a strip. I'm gonna show you how I came up with the pattern. So I'm just going to cut myself a strip from length to length. Okay, so that's that. And I folded my paper in half. Okay, so that's that and that. Okay, then I got myself one of the dolls. Here is Meredith. Okay, so cut yourself a straight strip on the top. So let's just go ahead and draw this. I'm going to give you the pattern too, but the American girls are a lot bigger than the Journey girls, so you're going to want to be able to know how to do this yourself. So let me just get as straight as possible piece here and put it together. Cut that out. I hope I got the camera. Oh, that wasn't smart. Let's try this side better. Okay, close enough. Alright, so we've got one piece at the top straight. So what I'm going to do, what I did to get my pattern, is I wrapped it around the doll. Okay, I turned her over. And then I tightened up I tightened up the paper so I got a completely tight fit on the doll, because I wanted this to be a tight skirt. Okay, so I just folded it here, and then I turned it over, and I folded it there. Okay, so now I'm going to make a mark here, and make a mark here, and that's going to be my pattern. Alright, so basically what I did is I got this perfectly fit on the doll. So I'm going to add myself, because I'm going to have to turn my edges over, I'm going to add myself 1.25 inches here, and I'm going to add myself 1.25 inches here. And I'm just going to draw a line down there. But I'm going to taper it out to the, I'm going to taper it out so that, to adjust for her hips. Okay, so there's that, and then there's that. Okay, so now that I've got that, I know that I can turn my edges in this much, put my seam in, and I'm going to have a tight-fitting skirt. But I want to make my pattern bow a little around the waist, because I want my waist to taper. So I'm going to come down about maybe 1/4 inch to 3/8 of an inch. So go there, 3/8 of an inch, and I'm going to start from my one side of my end, and I'm going to just run myself a tapering in of the pattern, and I'll show it to you. So see what I did? I just went from high to low, about 3/8 of an inch. So this time I'm going to pin it together and then cut it out. This is that's why you want to pin your pattern together and get it even out. Okay, so now you decide how long you want your dress to be. When I made my pattern, I made it 3 1/8 inch, but it's up to you. If you want to make a longer skirt, just make the skirt as long as you want it to be. So let's make this skirt. We're going to make this one longer. We'll make this a plain skirt with no ruffles. So 4 1/2 inches here, and go down 4 1/2 inches here, and then just put a couple marks all the way across. Okay, so once you've got that, because you want to go from this edge here, 4 1/2, to make your mark, because you're going to taper. You want it to be even all the way around. So go ahead and draw a pencil line. Okay, so see how I've got that little bit of a bow? Okay, so now we're going to just cut this. Okay, so we've just created our skirt pattern. This is going to be a long skirt. This is going to be with no rustle whatsoever. It's just going to be a flat skirt. And the reason we did that little bit of an inch is so that when you go around the doll, it'll be tight around the waist, but you'll get that little bit of a bow for the... So if I was to take this and pin it on the doll, that's what leeway I've given myself, 1.5 inches on each side. Okay, and that will be the doll skirt. So that's how I came up with the pattern. People ask me how I draft patterns, and basically that's it. I just sort of eye them. And I've just noticed that I had a little bit where my pin mark in that, and over here. I'm going to have to take some of that off because it was too much. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to draw a line straight down this way, and I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. And that will adjust for that extra waist period, that extra waist that I don't need. So let's just go ahead and cut that. And then cut this over here. Okay, so that was how I just came up with my pencil skirt only with no ruffle. And I want to make sure that it's even on both sides. Okay, so this is my pink and black pattern that I used for this one here. This is this pattern I made earlier. And it's a little bit on the tight side, so we added a little extra here. So that was the pink and black skirt, and that was also this skirt right here. So I made this one a little bit bigger than the other one. So that's going to cause me to have a little bit too much. But this is good for you to know, because your American girl is going to be a lot wider through the hips than these Journey girls are. So I'm going to go ahead and, since I am making these for the Journey girls, I'm just going to go ahead and cut some more off. So my original pattern, second pattern. Okay, so let's cut some more off. Now you wouldn't know this until you actually made one of these skirts up, and you'd realize it's a little too big. But because I've already made two, I already know that it's a little on the big side for me. Okay, so now all I need to do is get myself a waistband. So for the waistband, I went 12 inches by 1 3/4, and that'll give you a tiny little waistband like this one right here. This pink one, I went a little bit wider on this pink one. I think I went 2 inches on here instead of 1 3/4. So I got a little wider waistband. But it's up to you. And then also, if you want a little bigger tab, see how I have a little tab here on my skirt, and there's the other one right there. So that 12 inches on the Journey girls will give you that about 3/4 of an inch tab over with her waistband. So if her waist is 10 inches, you take off your 2/4 of an inch seam allowances, so that would get you down to 11 1/2, and then your little tab here. So you'll have to play with it, but I will give the pattern available online. But once you figure out how to make these skirts like this, I mean, you can do anything. You can add pockets here, you can put ruffles on the top of the pockets, you can do circle pockets. If you're going to, like I'm going to be making that pencil skirt out of that leather vinyl, I can take my pattern, find my middle, and I can actually give myself some side seams here so that I can piece my vinyl together and come up with a different skirt pattern. But it's just however you want to do it. Okay, so I've already cut out some fabric. I've got I did this in the pink and black version and this version. So I've got my skirt cut out. I've got my waistband cut out. This is this waistband, which is 1 3/4 by 12 inches. So there's my waistband there. I've cut out 2 pieces of 30 inches by what did I do? This one is 30 inches by 3 inches. So that's one ruffle on the bottom of this skirt, and then I've got another ruffle if I want to do a double ruffle on this one. So this ruffle's 1 inch, this ruffle's 2 inches. So I was thinking I would do a double ruffle on this skirt. So we're going to do this. Actually, we're going to do this one, except we're going to do 2 ruffles instead of 1 ruffle. It might be a little bulky on here around her hips, so I don't know if I'm going to do that double ruffle or not. But I've got everything cut out to do a double ruffle. So for this fabric, I'm going to use a regular universal needle, and I'm going to use this burgundy thread to sew this skirt up. And then I'm just going to attach a snap to the waistband. Okay, so when I come back, we'll get started sewing on this, and I'll show you all the steps on how to make this skirt into this outfit right here. Okay, I'll be back.